the same people who take money out of every single paycheck you earn. They actually owe a lot of Americans money right now, and most people have absolutely no idea. In fact, the IRS themselves put out a warning this year saying 20 million Americans are sitting on unclaimed money. 20 million. And here's the part that actually hurts. If you don't claim it in time, it disappears, gone, forever. They keep it. So today, the Snek is going to tell you exactly what this money is, who qualifies, how much you could get back, and the deadline you absolutely cannot miss. Let's go. Okay, so here's the situation. Every year, the U.S. government runs something called tax credits. A tax credit is literally the government saying, hey, we know life is expensive. Here's some money back. Not a deduction, not a discount, actual cash back in your pocket. The problem is the system is deliberately complicated. The rules seem impossible. The forms are confusing. And so what happens? Millions of people just don't claim what they're owed. And the government? They don't remind you. They don't chase you down. They just quietly keep the money. That's where the Snek comes in. There are 4 specific things I want to talk about today. 4 credits and refunds that everyday Americans are missing right now in 2026. And one of them has a deadline of July the 10th, which is less than 2 months away. So pay attention. Real quick before we get into the money, I need to make sure you understand what a tax credit actually is, because most people confuse it with a deduction, and they are not the same thing. A deduction just reduces the amount of your income that gets taxed. A credit is way more powerful. It directly reduces the actual tax bill dollar for dollar. So if you owe $1,000 in taxes and you have a $500 credit, you now only owe $500. But here's where it gets really good. Some credits are what's called refundable. That means if the credit is bigger than what you owe, the government sends you the difference as a check. You can literally owe 0 taxes and still get money back. That is what we are talking about today. Credit number 1, and this is the big one, the Earned Income Tax Credit, up to $8,046. The average American who claims it gets back $2,916. And yet, 1 in 5 people who actually qualify for this never claim it. 1 in 5. That's not a small number. That is tens of millions of people leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single year. So who qualifies? You need to have earned income, meaning you actually worked, whether that's a regular job or self-employment. You need a valid Social Security number, and your income needs to be below a certain limit. Here's the breakdown. No children and earning under around $19,000. You still get up to $660 back. 1 child under about $46,000, nearly $4,000 back. 3 or more children, up to $8,046. And here's what most people don't know. This credit is fully refundable, meaning even if you paid 0 taxes this year, you can still receive this as a cash payment. The government literally sends you a check. And it gets better. You can claim this credit going back 3 years. Right now in 2026, you can still file for 2023, 2024, and 2025 if you missed it. That could be 3 years worth of credits stacked together. We are potentially talking about real life changing money that is already yours. Credit number 2, and this one is specifically for anyone in college or any parent paying for a kid in college. The American Opportunity Tax Credit, up to $2,500 per student per year for the first 4 years of higher education. Tuition, books, supplies, course fees, all of it counts. And up to $1,000 of this is refundable, meaning even if your tax bill is $0, you get a check for $1,000. The income limit is $90,000 if you're single and $180,000 if you were married, which means most people watching this right now qualify and probably have no idea. And if you graduated in the last few years and never claimed this while you were in school, you can file amended returns going back 3 years. If you were in college in 2022, 2023, or 2024 and didn't claim this, you may still be able to get that money back right now. Credit number 3, the child tax credit, up to $2,200 per qualifying child under 17. Now, this one most parents have heard of, but what they often miss is the refundable portion, called the Additional Child Tax Credit. If you have at least $2,500 of income and the credit is more than what you owe, you get the difference back as a refund. A lot of parents file and don't attach the right form and just leave that money sitting there. Make sure you or whoever does your taxes is claiming both parts, the regular credit and the additional refundable portion. Okay, this is the one that made me want to make this video. During COVID, the IRS assessed penalties and interest on millions of Americans. And now, years later, it turns out a huge chunk of those penalties may have been wrongly applied or are eligible for abatement. The IRS has acknowledged this, but here is the critical part. The relief is not automatic. They are not going to just send you a check. You have to file a claim yourself. And the deadline for most people is July the 10th, 2026. That is less than 2 months away from right now. If you got any IRS penalty notices between 2020 and 2022, and you never disputed them or got them waived, you need to look into this immediately. The form you need is Form 843. It is free to file. You can do it yourself. And the potential refund could be hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on your situation. IRS Free File, completely free if your income is under $84,000. It literally walks you through every single credit and asks you the questions automatically, so you can't miss anything. Free Tax USA is another completely free option for federal filing. And if you genuinely feel lost, the VITA program has IRS certified volunteers who will sit down with you and file your return for free. No catch, no fee. Just go to irs.gov/VITA and find a location near you. And for the COVID penalty refund specifically, just go to irs.gov, search Form 843, download it, fill it out, mail it, or submit it electronically. It takes about 20 minutes, and the deadline is July 10th. Do not sleep on this.